You are watching and listening to Sun FM TV on Channel 91 on Topstar and radio on 88.5 FM on the Copperbelt to 95.5 FM in Kapiriamposhi, Central Zambia on 95.1 FM. Nation's capital Lusaka on 95.3 FM and Livingston, the tourist capital, on 91.7 FM. DSTV audio channel 916 and GoTV audio channel 302. Zambia's first and finest visual radio. Everyone is not just listening, everyone is watching. Stay tuned. You are watching and listening. You are watching and listening to Sun FM TV.
Sun Sports TV is now available countrywide.
Oh, yes!
Available countrywide. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders.
That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
Jump on the basic or classic bouquet on Topstar. Sun Sports TV, the home of all sports. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders. Available countrywide.
You are watching and listening to Sun FM TV on Channel 91 on Topstar and radio on 88.5 FM on the Copperbelt to 95.5 FM in Kapiriamposhi, Central Zambia on 95.1 FM. Nation's capital Lusaka on 95.3 FM and Livingston, the tourist capital, on 91.7 FM. DSTV audio channel 916 and GoTV audio channel 302. Zambia's first and finest visual radio. Everyone is not just listening, everyone is watching. Stay tuned. You are watching and listening. You are watching and listening to Sun FM TV.
It's a lovely good morning to you and welcome to your public forum. It's a Wednesday and well, like we always do it every single Wednesday, we get to make sure that we bring you this forum so that a number of questions that do matter get to be answered. And well, questions are also asked on this platform. Well, my name is Victor Mwanza and well, I'm always joined by somebody who help us get to find out the way forward to the questions that have risen, especially on our platforms. It could be in the tabloids and so on and so forth. Well, for the next 1 hour or so, I will definitely have a privilege of getting to chat with one of the prominent lawyers in Zambia. Well, if you look back, you will find out that his name has come up more than once, more than twice, especially when matters of the Constitution rises. And well, a lot of people have put him on a pedestal to ask him questions. And well, he's proved to have answered these questions. Well, this morning I'm privileged to be joined by, I always don't want to make a mistake of calling you State Counsel.
No, not
State Counsel. Yes, and that is, I think, that is one of the ignorance that a lot of people have. When it comes to lawyers, we always want to think a lawyer is a state counsel. A lawyer is you call it counsel state. So is it right for me to call you counsel?
Counsel is good enough.
Counsel is good enough.
Yes, please.
Awesome. I'm joined by Mr. Makebi Zulu. And obviously, he's been around, like I've mentioned, for a very long time. He's a renowned lawyer. And well, just to put a precise to what he does, he's a constitutional lawyer. With that said, he understands the law of the land very well. If you were to put it as water on his hands, when he flicks like this, it would definitely flick out on your face.
You're really massaging
me. That's how he understands the law. Mr. Makebi Zulu, welcome to this platform. And it's a privilege to get you off your busy schedule, obviously, and just bring you to this platform so that we can perhaps find out a little bit more. Let me just put on my microphone. Yes. Oops. Let's see. There we go. Just to find out a little bit more, there's a lot that is happening in the space of this country. I would want to dive straight into how have you been first. Let me find out. Let me make you comfortable. How have you been? How's the courts? How's the fame doing? How's life doing? How's family?
Family is great, Victor. God has been very faithful. He's taken us. He's brought us this far, and obviously he's taking us places, and we trust him for provision daily. We trust him to take care of us. My family is good. My wife is good. My children are all good, and yes, God has been faithful. How have you been?
We are okay. Well, I'll start from my family. My family is good as well. Sun FM is fine. Work is okay as well. Let's dive straight into first the burning issue. I want us to stress a little bit more time on this one because a lot of people out there really have a sight of ignorance when it comes to this. And I want to get it from a legal perspective. Let's speak of the Constitution first.
Yes, please.
From a layman's language, what is a constitution? Why should we have this constitution?
All right. So, if we are going to have, say, a house, you're living in a house, you're with your children, you're with your wife, extended family, there are a set of rules that you decide how are we going to be governing ourselves in this house. You sit down and agree to say, okay, we'll all be eating at 6 o'clock in the morning. Or breakfast will be served between 6 and 7 hours. When you wake up, you make your bed. At 12 hours, we'll have our lunch. No one comes home after 18. You put up a set of rules that are going to govern how you live in that particular house. To bring it down to a constitution is a set of rules that we, the people, agree as to how we're going to govern ourselves. We are in this space that we call Zambia. As we are in this space called Zambia, how am I going to relate to you, Mr. Victor? And how are you going to relate to me? How are we going to relate to those who are not in Zambia? What is going to govern how we relate to each other? If you're going to have a business and I am going to buy from you, how are we going to relate in terms of business? So that is it. So when you come to a constitution, you're talking about how government relates to the people and how the people relate to the government and how people relate to each other. The constitution sets up institutions of governance and sets up how those institutions of governance relate to the people and how they relate to each other. So in essence, it's a set of rules that are promulgated, that we give ourselves as a people, as to how we are going to govern ourselves. That's what a constitution is, if I had to break it down so that we really understand. So it is everyone's concern. It's just not a concern for politicians, it's a concern for every citizen of Zambia. That's why the beginning, the preamble of the constitution is that we, the people, give unto ourselves this constitution. So
it doesn't say I, the.
No. It doesn't say I, the president, give you the people, or us, members of parliament, give you the people. It says we, the people, give to ourselves this constitution. So these rules are being made by the people as to how they're going to govern. And then they allocate power. President, you shall have this power. Ministers, you shall have this power. Judiciary, you shall have this power. You say the legislature, you shall have this power. And it also says the rest of the power, that power which has not been allocated, remains with us, the people. So it's the people that at any given time have power.
Awesome. Now,
Yes, please.
I want to bring it to the elephant in the room. Obviously, somebody out there is eager to hear this word, and it has brought a lot of what I would call mixed feelings. You've given me the simplest definition. In my household, I do have rules, set of rules that I've put.
Yes.
At what point am I supposed to relook at my rules and just the way I run my home? And this, I want to use the word amendment to the Constitution. Okay. Well, that is a big elephant in the room right now, because a lot of people out there are saying, there is Constitution amendment. I do not even understand what this Constitution amendment is all about. Why should we have it today? Please,
So
Speak to somebody out there.
yes. So we have given ourselves this set of rules called a constitution as to how we're going to govern ourselves. And we do not only give ourselves, we also have agreed as to how we are going to change the constitution in the event that there is need to change the constitution. And we said, when it comes to this piece of legislation, we don't want to leave it to members of parliament alone to sit and change the constitution. We have said that for this constitution, we want to participate in its changes. So it's divided in parts. There is part 3 of the constitution where we say we will do it ourselves by way of a referendum. We will permit our representatives to change whatever we want changed, or whatever goes that which has to do with our rights. We will do it by way of a referendum. Remember, in 2016, we decided to have a referendum where we wanted to change the Bill of Rights. Though it failed, but ordinarily, if it had succeeded, then the Bill of Rights was going to be changed to enhance the rights, to include other rights that are not there. But the rest of the constitution, we said, no, it should not just be an easy thing to go by. It should be a process where 2/3 of the majority of the members of parliament must vote to be able to open the constitution and deal with it. That's what we told ourselves we would do. But even then, the constitution making process over time has evolved in such a way that it is a process that does not begin with the executive. It is a process where people come together and say we need changes to our constitution. It's a process that requires consensus. It is a process that requires broad consultation, because it's not just about dealing with one particular sector. It's about dealing with the citizenry. It's about dealing with the processes that make a country a country. So everyone must be involved. So it is for that purpose that every time you hear about constitutional amendment, they talk about building consensus. They talk about wide consultation, broad consultation, involvement of different sectors, involvement of different people, participation of the citizenry in making sure that the proposals that are being given are advancing what the people want, and not what a small group of people desire to see, but what generally people want. So at any given point, when you look at any clause or paragraph or article of the Constitution, you will have to ask the question, why was this made? Why do we have this particular provision? What purpose does it serve? If you're going to change, you have to ask the same questions. Why are we changing? What is it that we are trying to cure? What problems were we facing by this clause, and how do we make it better? Those are very important, and they're important to bounce them off with the people who will be affected by those clauses. And that is why a constitution is the Bible of a country. It is a holy, what we may call the holy grail, that where we all drink from, where we all draw strength from. And it just can't be tampered with by anyone waking up one day and say, okay, I'm going to do this, and they go ahead and do what they wish to do.
Now, I want to pick on your words as I even ask you my next question. I do have the draft here with me, and obviously, a lot of people out there are eager to look at it. You've mentioned letting our representatives get to make these decisions on our behalf. Obviously, not every one of us can go to Parliament and say, I want this changed, I want this changed. We have MPs who go to Parliament and make these decisions on our behalf.
Yes.
Now, what are your thoughts about this that has been put out or drawn out and say, we want to amend this? What is your overview of this document right now? Obviously, you've gone through it from one page to the last page. What is your overview of this document?
The overview of this document is that we shouldn't even be talking about it. We should not have been talking about this right now because of how it started. Firstly, there were only rumors that there would be constitutional amendments. The next thing, the president is at a public forum and he says, we are going to amend the constitution.
Just on that one,
Yes.
what is the process of starting a constitutional amendment?
Well, the process that should be started is that you need to tell the people to say, we intend to embark on constitutional amendments. What clauses of the constitution do you think should be amended? So you take it to the people. It's their document. So the people will tell you. They will submit by way of submissions, and you can use the Inquiries Act. The president can use an Inquiries Act, or appoint a committee, a commission that will look at the constitution, who will receive submissions from the people. You've heard of the Chona Commission. You've
Yes.
heard of the Monakatwe Commission, the Mvunga Commission.
Yes.
You've heard of the Technical Committee on the amendment of the constitution. All those you have heard of those. Those were entities that were set up for purposes of receiving submissions from the people. And when those submissions are brought together, they look at those submissions and say, what is cross-cutting? What is it that people want the most? What is it that is contentious? What is it that people don't seem to have problems with? What is being agreed on? So it is from there that you start to say, okay, it seems like everybody says we should have